Purpose is to achieve the most possible degree of inner freedom. Because I think we all are born potentially as free people, but as a matter of fact, we all go through phases of being enslaved. It's inner enslavement or outer enslavement, a person who is totally dependent on the spouse or his parents or somebody else. Any way that a person actually cannot exercise his inner freedom, which is God-given actually to him. And when you cannot exercise that inner freedom, then we need some kind of intervention. Of course, I can say inner freedom, inner joy, ability, good functioning, that's all true. But we never achieve those goals in a full way. For me, the problematic state of a person is when he doesn't move anymore, when he's not in movement, when the natural processes of healing don't occur. Then I think we need a psychotherapist who helps you to get into the movement again. Well, I think spiritual means to be able to go beyond yourself, to go beyond your ego, your very immediate needs and interests. Human ability to go beyond yourself needs a psychologically healthy person. It means that first, in a first stage, a person needs to be connected to himself, to his ego, to his egoistic needs and interests. And only after living those authentically, you're also able to develop a genuine spirituality which takes you beyond that. Jewish spirituality means that, that going beyond yourself includes being in contact with the Supreme Being, with transcendence, with the mystery of your existence in your own soul and around you. And the mitzvot, the precepts of Judaism are supposed to bring you closer to God, closer to that ability to go beyond yourself in a spiritual way. Verse in Exodus 32, where it says that the tablets that Moses brought down from heaven, from the mountain of Sinai, those tablets were the work of God. The writing was the writing of God, engraved on the tablets, which of course means the tablet of stone, the tablets of stone with the 10 Commandments. But in the Hasidic tradition has been applied also to the tablets of the heart. They are engraved by God's words, the words of wisdom, the words of love. And I truly believe that, and I find that a very inspiring verse, which I also like to say to my patients at times. So there's a beautiful rabbinic saying that Al tikra charut el cherut. It's a play on words on the Hebrew. Don't read engraved, charut, but cherut, liberty. Which actually is a real paradox, because there's nothing more static and it feels like not free that something is engraved in stone, okay? But I believe that the rabbis are trying to say that it's an illusion to think that you have to get rid of everything that is engraved in your life, be it your genes, be it your upbringing with your parents, be it traumas. You can't get rid of that. What you can do is to be in a process, in movement, as I said before, with those, with what has been engraved in you, or in another metaphor, it means not to complain your whole life about the cards you received in the beginning of the game, but you say, okay, those are my cards, that has been engraved, now let me see how I can play my best game with those cards. And then I'm not charut, it's not engraved, but cherut, it becomes liberty. Therapeutic story with a patient of mine, a woman who was very attached to Rabbi Nachman, one of the famous and important Hasidic. I mean, she spoke about him very lovingly and about her inner spiritual attachment to him, which was very nice, but I found myself with growing feelings of jealousy when she spoke about it, because it was like as if her whole love and her whole passion, her whole ability of human connection was directed towards this figure who actually is not even alive anymore. And at some point I think I could share that with her, and I said to her, you know, we just had a very special moment here where I felt we had some closeness, and exactly in that moment, instead of staying with me, you started to speak very enthusiastically about Rabbi Nachman. And I felt that you're doing this in a defensive way, in order not to stay with what is really actually going on here with me. I'm a living person, he's dead. So, you know, it's good that you're connected to him, but not if it takes you again and again away from a real human touch, which can be between us. Because our goal when she came to therapy was to find a man who she could love and being connected to, and we saw how she was using her spiritual connection to a rabbi in a way that took her away from the possibility of a real human interaction.